I'm Emmanuel and welcome to my workbench and welcome to another Monday Mixed Hunt. This video is a little late today. I didn't have time over the Easter weekend to do any coin roll hunting. I had family over, and so family comes first. And so I'm recording this Easter Monday morning. Hopefully you had a good Easter weekend if you celebrate Easter. And yeah, let's get right into it. Today I am hunting dimes and Toonies. Now, the Royal Canadian Mint just released two brand new Toonies celebrating the 50th anniversary of the CN Tower. There is a colorized and non-colorized version, and the colorized version glows in the dark. I don't expect to have any in these rolls here. Hopefully soon we will find them in circulation. So let's get right to it. I'm going to start with the dimes. I have my dime table right over here with the dimes that we are looking for. Anything before 1968, so 1967 and earlier, as you can see here, is going to be silver. There is a chance that a 1968 is silver, so they're either 50% silver or nickel, and some varieties over here that we're going to be looking for as well. So let's start with the first roll and get right into it with one of these clear rolls. See if I can remove the tape here. We can see from the edge there's a different colored edge there. Let's have a look. There's a really thin dime over here. Anyways, let's see. Nothing is jumping out. I have some interesting edges, but not particularly silvery. No American edges. Let's get right to it. Lots of earlier dimes. All of these guys here that I saw are in the 70s, 1978, 1974, 1972. Lots of dimes in the 70s and 80s, but we do have two 1968s. So this is the year, as you can see down here, where there is a chance of silver. They don't look silvery, but I'm going to check them nonetheless. Not silver. Not silver. And we have our first commemorative. So this is the Year of the Volunteer for 2001. You got a sun, we got some volunteers up there, it looks like, and a little banner. I can't read the text, it's too small. Internet, well, let me see here, let me try. Year of Volunteers. Oh yeah, Year of Volunteers, and then in French, Année des Bénévoles. I believe this was a United Nations Year of the Volunteer, so that's why they made this coin. All right. No keepers in this one, but let's move on to the second roll. Keeping on with these clear rolls, let me get rid of some of this tape here so I can open this. Looking at the edges, so we got some dirty edges here. No US dimes in this one. Made a mess of it. This one looks very silvery, but it is a 1985, not silver. Again, another roll with a lot of 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, 2000, 2001. But we have a commemorative here. This is the 125th anniversary of the Foundation of Canada, the Dominion of Canada, 1867 to 1992, the double date version of the dime. Continuing on with these clear rolls, getting rid of this tape. Nothing special on the edge check. This roll had more modern dimes, but we have our another commemorative in here. This is the Golden Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II, 1952 to 2002. The date is on the obverse. Very cool. I always wonder if errors were made, and when they started striking the 2003 dimes, if they used the reverse by accident and basically accidentally made either a no date version of the dime, where this is supposed to be the 2003, but the 2003 has no date on this side, or a double dated version of the dime where they have the Queen with the 1952 to 2002, and on this side they'll have 2003. That would be interesting to know if any mistakes were made. I have never heard of errors like that, but whenever there's a change of obverse and reverse, we have chances for mules like that to appear. And it would be an interesting variation. So here we are on roll 4. Nothing on this edge check. Another commemorative here. This is for Canada's 150th. This is the 2017 commemorative, 1867 to 2017. It has a dove with the shape of a maple leaf. Some damage on this coin. No keepers yet, no Americans. We'll go to roll number 5. This is just a standard roll, no open ender, so I can't see if there's anything special as an ender. We have an older ender here on this roll. And from the edge check here, I see that we do have an American. We have another one over here. Anything else? Not that I can see, so let's see what else we have in this roll. All right, our two Americans. The first one here is a 2004 Denver. And the second one here is a 2014 Philadelphia. Another clear roll, very well taped. Let me see if I can remove this. There you go. Nothing on the edge check. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe I have a find. I have a 2017 dime, which normally it would have been the commemorative, for the 150th anniversary of Canada. Unfortunately, it's very scratched at the back, but these were NIFC. So I definitely have a book filler. Yeah. Very surprised to find that. Caught off guard when I saw it. I took a double take because I had to remember 2017, the regular design with the blue nose is NIFC. So what a great find. I'm not happy that the back of the coin is so scratched up, but we have definitely a book filler for my main book as well. And here we go to roll number 7. That is awesome. Nothing in roll 7. Roll 8. We have some more Americans here. At least 3. I don't see any more. All right, we have our 3 Americans in this one, bringing our total to 5. We have a 1982 Philadelphia. We have another 2014 P. That's our second 2014 Philly. And then a 1991 Philly. Very cool. Roll 9. Nothing special with the ender, though it is an older date. It's from the 1980s. This is really crimped very well. There we go. All right, we have the 100th anniversary of the Blue Nose here, 1921 to 2021, the double date version. There is, of course, the Blue Nose under sale colorized and non-colorized version, which will have a single date and a different design for the Blue Nose over here. Very cool. And going to our final roll, roll 10. Nothing on the ender. And here we go with the Blue Nose under sale. This is the commemorative version, the non-colorized version. The colorized version has the blue ocean underneath. Very, very cool. And that is it for the dimes. 5 American dimes, 1 NIFC Canadian dime. So let me go ahead and clean up a little bit before we come back, and we'll get going with the first roll for the Toonies. And I am back with roll number 1 of the Toonies. Nothing special on the enders. We are looking for low mintage, non-colorized versions of the colorized coins. And of course, as few fakes as possible. Lots of commemoratives to look at. All right, our first commemorative is this Battle for the Atlantic. We have a man, a soldier, or a merchant marine manning an anti-aircraft battery, I guess you would call that. Very cool. And we have two 2019s, and what we're looking for is the version with the extra serration. So let's compare them to each other. They both have the same number of serrations. So let me grab a more modern coin. This is a 2018 and compare it if they have the same as the 2018, and they do. So these were just the regular serrations Toonies. Moving on to roll number 2. Quick look at the enders. Nothing jumps out at me on them. No commemoratives that are face up. Let's have a look at what we have in this roll. We do have a 2010. Two versions of the 2010. We're looking for the no ice flow version, and if you look at here, you can see the little ice flow lines between each of the pieces of ice there. So that's not it. But we're also looking for the one with the difference in serrations. So let me go ahead. I think. Here we go. This is a 2009 to compare with the 2010. I like comparing adjacent years if possible. If they have the same number of serrations, which they do, then they're the same. And for what we're looking for 2010 is the one with less serrations. So this is a regular 2010. No other commemoratives in this roll. Moving on to roll number 3. Look what we have here. By the edge check. That is awesome. Let's see what else we have in the roll before we have a look at that one. All right, so we have our solemn Toonie from 2022 commemorating the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, or the Black Ring Toonie. That is awesome. You know what? This will also be the giveaway for this month. Since I found this, we're going to put this over here as the giveaway for this month. Awesome. Next, we have 1 million minted non-colorized 100th birthday of Riopel, a French-Canadian artist. This is it has 2 doves. This might be a hole filler. 2023. And it has the double date of Queen Elizabeth on the bottom here, 1952 to 2022 for her years of reign. Very cool. Too bad there's a little bit of rust on the back. We have another low mintage 1 million minted Bill Reed for 2020. I really like this design. Very cool. And finally, we have another 2019. So let's go ahead and compare with this one, which this one is a 2016. So let's compare the serrations. They match, so nothing special there. Continuing on with roll number 4. All right, we have a colorized coin. We have the Daphne Ojic artwork here. Very cool, colorful coin. And this one is dated 2025. And we also have another 2019. Let me grab this one. No, that's a 96. This one's a 2018. So let's grab this one here. Same number of serrations. That is not the one that we're looking for. Awesome hunt so far. Lots of finds. I'm very happy with the dimes that I found at NIFC. And we are actually getting some colorized coins in the Toonies, which is good. I've had some poor luck recently in my Toonie hunts and my Looney hunts. All right, lots to look at here. First of all, here we have a commemorative, the Golden Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II, 1952 to 2002. The one to look for has a dot in between the bottom legs of the H. This one does not have that. Fairly common. Next one here, we have the Knowledge Year 2000 Toonie, Mama Bear with her two baby bears. There are 3 die chip varieties on this one, with a die chip under the 0 there, which it does not appear to have that. Flip it over onto this side, there's a die chip under the letter D over here, or a die chip under the letter S, and this one does not seem to be that variety. We have over here is a 2010, so let me grab this 2012 to compare. We're looking for less serrations. Looks like the 2012 is the wrong year to compare, because that's probably the year they went to less serrations when they moved over to the new security features. So let me look at this 2011 instead as I hit the camera. There we go, same number of serrations. So 2012 is the year where they started with the new security features, and they moved to a fewer number of serrations. We have another 1 million minted Nunangat coin for National Indigenous Day. National Indigenous Peoples Day, I think. And this is a 2024. A really cool design. And we have a 2019. I have a 2018 set aside to compare it with. We're looking for the extra serrations. And here you have it. You can see that this one has the extra serrations. This 2019 was the serrations was done on the machine that put the serrations on for the pre-2012 coins. And we have another Bill Reed here, another 1 million minted Bill Reed. This one has a little bit of wear. 2020. That is awesome. Real awesome hunt so far. We're halfway through the hunt. We are starting roll 5, or roll 6, I should say. Lots of finds. There's a really shiny one on the end here. It's a 2024. I was hoping for a 2026. That would be a little bit early in the year. Let's keep going. And we have 2 more commemoratives to look at. We have the Vimy Ridge Memorial, 2017. Vimy Ridge is in France. And we have the 2017 commemorative, Dance of the Spirits, the non-colorized version. Colorized version glows in the dark. Much like the dime, if we ever found a polar bear 2017, that would be NIFC as well. Roll 7. We have another 2019 over here, so let me compare with this 2005. And it has less serrations. If it would have matched with the 2005, it would have been the version we're looking for. And we have another commemorative here. This is the Wait for Me Daddy 2014 Toonie. Soldier's going off to war. His son runs after him. His mom says he's trying to stop him. Very, very cool. Roll 8. Nothing on the enders. Nothing on the edge check. We've seen this one already, but this is a better example of that Wait for Me Daddy. In fact, I'm going to set this one aside to compare against my book. All right. Roll 9. We have our second colorized. This is the colorized version of the Nunangat coin. I really love the blue on this one. 2024. And we have the anniversary of the 200th anniversary of the birthday of our first Prime Minister, Sir John A. Macdonald. 2015. Very cool. Last roll, roll number 10. One last commemorative in Rule 10, and this is the creation of the territory of Nunavut in 1999, I should say. This one has seen somewhere. Shows an Inuit playing the drum. Very, very cool. We might have some book fillers. We definitely do with this 2017 NIFC. Let me go and grab my main dime book here. As I hit the camera, or the camera stand. So here we go. We have the, let me just move it aside here. Can we see it? We have the 2017 commemorative here, but 2017, the polar bear, sorry, I should say the Blue Nose is NIFC. Unfortunately, there's lots of deep scratches on this one. Probably when they were trying to get it out of the packaging, possibly. It's a shame, but it's better to have a hole filler than none at all, and I am happy to add that one to my main book. That is awesome. Let's go and check out the Toonies to see if we have hole fillers for those. We're looking for the more modern versions. We have the Bill Reeds here, so no issues with that one there. Both colorized and uncolorized as a Type A. And we have the Nunangats both as a Type A as well. We have the Riopel over here as well. What else is here? Riopel, the Nunangat, and we do have the Type A Daphne Ojic as well. So let's see if we get the Type Bs now. So we start with the Type Bs here. We have the Type B's Bill Reed. We have, down at the bottom here, we do have the Riopel Type B's. And we have the Daphne Ogic Type B as well as the two Noonangats. So we don't have any hole fillers for my main album for any of those Toonies. So let's go look at my coin roll hunting album. See if there is any hole fillers there. Okay, starting 1996. So here we go. We have the Bill Reeds over here. That's looking good. And let's see here. We have the Riopels over here. We have the Noonangat right over here and right over here. And we have the Daphne Ogic over here as well. We are missing the non-colorized Daphne Ogic. So that is something to look for. And now, of course, we have to have space for not only the 2026 regular issue Toonie, but the two CN Tower commemoratives as well. Well, I enjoyed this hunt very much. I hope you did too. And so let's go right to the, oh, I forgot to check to see if my, Wait For Me Daddy upgrades, 2017, is it in this one? No, it's in the other one. It's right over here. Now I do have a hole, because I was doing I was preparing a trade for with another subscriber, and he wanted this coin. I didn't really like the one that I had found, so I pulled it out. So if we find a Flanders Fields, we're going to have a hole filler for the album, but that's not because I haven't found it. That's just because I pulled it out so that I can do a trade. But yes, the Wait For Me Daddy does not upgrade the one in my book, so this one goes back to circulation. Well, the giveaway for this month, you know what? I am going to offer you a choice. The winner of this month's giveaway for the month of April will have the choice of which of these three Toonies they would like to get. Do they want the commemorative Solemn Toonie, the Black Ring Toonie from 2022 that we found in this hunt, or that we also found in this hunt, one of these colorized, either the Daphne Ogic or the Noonangat? So just stay tuned for the giveaway draw in early May, and then you will be able to, the winner will be able to make their choice. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, click on my logo over here to subscribe. Here is a playlist of dime hunts, and here is a playlist of Toonie hunts that you might enjoy. Until next time, thanks for watching.